Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, Mukesh sir, I think you are here now. Mukesh sir from Thapar University.
Yes, I am there.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, yeah, once again, welcome you all in this session. I'm Dr. Arvind Kumar Prajapati, sir. So, on behalf of organizing team, I welcome you, sir, and thank you so much for giving your valuable time. So now I request Shraddha, can you introduce our speaker?
Yes, sir.
Just
Okay,
you
sir.
can introduce our speaker.
May I audible, sir?
You are audible.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. It is my privilege to welcome you all to this session of the Faculty Development Program on Research Oriented Technical Writing 2026. Today, we are honored to have Professor Mukesh Singh with us. We are grateful to Professor Mukesh Singh sir for kindly accepting our invitation and inspiring valuable time to share expertise with us. Now, with your permission, I would like to briefly introduce our esteemed speaker. Professor Dr. Mukesh Singh is a full professor in the Department of Electrical and Instrumentation Engineering at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala, Punjab. He obtained his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Birsa Institute of Technology, Sindri in 2000, master's degree in power system from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli in 2008, and PhD in Smart Grid from the Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati in 2013. Professor Singh has over 15 years of academic and research experience and has made significant contributions in the field of electric mobility, smart energy system, and power electronics. He has secured research funding of approximately rupees 25 crores from prestigious agencies including MIT, DST, CSIR, DHI, and industry partners for cutting edge research and technology development. His research has received wide recognition with more than 30 Q1 journal publications, over 3,000 citations, and several successful technology developments, including a TRL9 vehicle to grid net meter and a TRL7 cloud assisted battery management system for electric vehicle. He has also established strong research collaboration with leading national and international universities and industries. Professor Singh has held several important academic and administrative positions, including Dean, Head of, Head of the Electrical Engineering Program, and ABET Coordinator. He is, in, he is an IEEE senior member, serves as an associate editor of the IEEE Open Journal of Intelligent Transportation System, and is a reviewer for several prestigious IEEE and international journals. He is the recipient of several prestigious honors, including the Engineer Gulcharan Singh Gulcharan Singh Oration Award by the Punjab Science Academy, the Best Teachers Award, the Most Cited Research Paper Award, and the Best Conference Paper Award. He has successfully supervised 10 PhD scholars and 12 ME students, and 8 PhD scholars are currently pursuing research under his guidance. His research interests include electric vehicles, lithium ion batteries, battery management systems, sensors, and artificial intelligence, smart grid and power electronics. We are indeed privileged to have such accomplished academicians and researchers with us today. On behalf of the organization committee and all participants, I extended a very warm welcome to you. Without taking much of your valuable time, I now request Professor Mukesh Singh sir to kindly deliver today's lecture. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everyone. So just give me 2 minutes to share my screen. So can you see my screen, everyone?
Ah, yes, sir, it is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Okay, okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and good evening, Anna. So this side, we are going to discuss how a research grant is written. Okay, so In India, we call it as a projects write-up. Okay, and many funding agencies exist. So we'll be understanding the key points that what we should keep, which point we should give a focus, and what are the how to improve the quality of the presentation. Okay. Also, I'll be discussing different myths and facts. There are myths that only IITs and top-notch institutes gets the funding. Okay. So this sort of things, myths also, I'll try to clear it out. Then I'll be discussing how to write the research proposal in terms of title. So I'll be giving a good example of a title, that how your title should be there in the proposal. Then how to write an abstract. Then rationals, aims and objectives, methodology, work packages and deliverables. Okay. So I'll also discuss things before submissions. So what we have to do before submitting a proposal, and some do's and don'ts. Okay. So any doubt in between, and if you have any questions, you can raise your hands and you can unmute yourself and ask a questions. And let this class be a very interactive one, not it has to be a one-to-one communication. So whatever you need to have understand, and if you have any difficulty in between, you can just raise your hand, unmute and disturb me. So I'll define what we mean by research grant. So research grant means nothing but a projects grant, and a grant that funds the research. Very clear. So a grant that funds the research. So next is what the grants are non-repayable funds. You don't have to repay to the funding agencies. Okay. For example, if I'm taking a loan from a bank and I have to repay, but in a grants we don't have to repay. And who gives the grant? The grants are given by governmental departments, industries, foundations, or trust. Okay, so these are the industries or foundation or trust are given by they are giving the funds. It is given to a recipient often to a non-profit entity. So we as a educationist, we are a non-profit entity, and that is why it is given to us. It can be given to educational institutions, businesses, or an individual. Okay. So in order to receive a grant, when we want to get a grant, some form of grant writing, often referred to as a proposal or an application, is required. So that application or proposal for which we are here. Okay. So why research funding is necessary? Can anybody will tell me that why research funding is necessary? So I have given some 8 points. So first and foremost is your advancement of knowledge. So there will be a vertical growth. Okay. And second is, what is a vertical growth? Can you just tell me? What is a vertical growth? Anyone? A vertical growth means a person's will increase his knowledge domain, okay, by getting a projects, because when you are getting a projects, you will not get a projects if you don't have a knowledge in that area. So it will be a vertical growth, you will be uh, asked, you will be recognized by different your colleagues, nearby colleges or institutes. Innovation and technological progress. So you will have a innovation and technological progress apart from teaching and learning in the classes. So this will give confidence in your academics. So when you have a projects, you are doing some research, this will give a confidence in your academics. Third, you don't have to pay back money for travel, manpower and networking. Suppose I am having a 5 lakhs. So in the 5 lakhs, I will keep a manpower, and that manpower will do the work for me. Together will grow, and I'll have some better idea in that field. then I can travel, I can go for anything. And if I want to increase my knowledge, I can go for a workshop, I can go for a conference. So the money for travel. Then the third is networking. When you are going to some conferences or workshop, you are doing basically networking. Networking brings you some soft corner to the person whom you are talking and meeting it, because you are trying to connect professionally. Fourth is make you learn new things. How it makes you learn new things. It makes competition easier with your colleagues. For example, you have a 5 lakhs of projects and another colleague has no any projects. So there is a good chance that you will be shortlisted for the next round. Then fifth is your public exposure. So known for the achievements. Everyone near around you knows about your achievements. Capital and technology adoptions. So you are updating your skills. Seventh point is very important. Most universities sees your research profile rather than your academic profile. You are a good teacher, but nobody will try to understand that. They will try to map that how you are a good teacher. But if you have a good research profile and you have a good projects, the universities will see your research profile for your promotions. And once you have a projects, it will give you a promotions. So I think you understood why research funding is necessary. And once you understand, you will be able to understand or listen what I'm trying to say you. So some myths are there. What are the myths? Only IITs, NITs, and premier institutes gets fund. Okay, very clear. Everyone knows. Another, but you don't know how IITs, NITs, and premier institutes teacher who apply for funding are getting trained. Okay, they know how to write a proposal, they know how to write the title, they know how to bring out the novelty. Okay, they do a lot of research, and that is why they are getting it. So simply blaming them that only IITs, NITs, and premier institutes gets fund, that is a big myth. Okay. Second myth is that write more proposals and out of which at least one will be selected. So write as many as proposals as you can, at least one will be selected. That is also one of the biggest myth. Third is give a low budget for easy acceptance. You're planning to have, you can do a work for 1 crore and you are giving a budget of 5 crore. Because the funding agencies are there to give you your funds. Okay. So always give the accurate budget, whatever the fund you can manage your projects. Then fourth myth, everyone knows it, my proposal was good and it was not accepted. I myself say that my proposal is very good and it was not accepted because I do not know what are the good quality in others projects because I have not seen it. So my proposal was good and it was not accepted. Then fifth is what panels only considered journal and impact factor. I have a good journals, good impact factor, then only my proposal will be selected. This is also a myth. Okay. Then next is I can send the same proposal out to multiple grantors and one of them is bound to choose me from their grant. That is also unethical. You cannot send the same proposal to multiple grantors because most of the reviewers are common. So the moment they see it, they will ban you in applying for the proposals. Funding agencies have no money and hence we should not apply. Okay, so this is also a myth. We say we make ourselves happy that I did not get money fund because the funding agencies have no money. So remember that they have a money and that is why they have made an advertisement or they have made a proposal call and you applied and you did not get. So you have to understand how it is very much competitive. So this competitiveness will make you to grow better, and when you are growing better means you are writing a more good proposal, and when you are writing a good proposal there is a fair chance of acceptance. So I hope this is clear. Can you have any questions still so far? And my sound is audible to you so that I can understand that it is not a one-way communication. Any doubt so far here? My
Yes,
sound
you are
is
audible.
Okay, my sound is audible. Okay, okay. So, I'll shall I go to the next part, or anyone can ask, planning to ask questions so far? Okay, so I'll switch off my video and just to make a little bit better bandwidth. Okay. So before going to the research grant writing, we have to understand few fundamentals. And what is this fundamental? It is important to understand the goals of the funding bodies and their grant programs. So we have to understand what is their nature of the call, which area they are trying to focus on, and which area they are trying to ask for a funding. Now you have to find that what is the cutting edge research going on with respect to the grant programs. So what is the cutting edge? For example, some AI related calls has come. Now you have to understand that what is the cutting edge research going on in the AI, and that you try to search that how it is mapping to your area, and then you start pitching your projects. Then third is that decisions are made on the applicant's ability to fit on the proposed research activities. So what I mean to say that you have your applicant's ability to fit on the proposed research activities where the calls have come. So suppose the call has come on the AI and you are working in some other domain. So what you can do it, even though your area is not there, but you are doing some application, so you can take one person from that area and your area, combine and try to find it out that if you are combining the AI plus the applications, what can be a cutting edge research, and then you start writing the proposals. Okay. So some facts about research grant. No. So research budgets are shrinking in the academic institutions. No academic institutions will give you a fund for research budgets. And as you all know, you are from some academic college. Researchers are being forced to seek external funding. Okay. So that is why you have to make a funding for from the external funding. Therefore, external research grant is the only solution for funding your research. है ना? So you have to apply, you have to force yourself to write a good research grant, and for that you have to go for external funding agencies only. That is only the solution. However, writing a good research grant proposal is not so easy. Okay, and that is what we are here to understand. Now, before going to write a proposals, we have to understand 5 rules. Okay. So before preparing, you have to keep in your mind that these are the 5 rules. Rule number 1, believe that someone wants to give you the money. Okay. When you are going for an interview, you know that I am going to interview because they have a job. So that is why you have to believe that someone is ready to give you the money. Rule 2 is what? Consider the long-term goals of your university or yours. So the long-term goals of your university and yours has to be very confident before applying to a project proposal. Then rule number 3, start with the end in mind, top-down approach. So you go to the problems, try to find a solution, and once you know that you are confident in giving a solution, then you start writing a proposals. Then rule number four, identify yourself and your strength. For example, the call is on EV, electric vehicle. Though your area is not in electric vehicle, you can check that what is your strength linked with the EV, electric vehicle. So suppose you are from mechanical, you can understand the aerodynamics. If you are from computer science, you can do some state estimation, health monitoring of electric vehicle, and so on. So there are n number of areas where you can put yourself in the EV domain. Okay, so identify yourself and your strength. So you have to boost yourself that, yeah, I have a strength and I can link my strength to the proposed call. Then rule number 5, create a comprehensive plan, not just a proposal of what you wish to achieve. So you have to understand what are the cutting edge research going on, how I'll be able to map it, what are the data analysis I'll be giving it, to support that this area is very critically required to do the research. So these are the beginnings, before starting writing a proposals. This rule 5 has to be understood by you. Then only we can go ahead and our proposal will be a best proposals. Now, when you write a proposal, the proposal is reviewed by the reviewer. Okay. So what reviewer see, understand, when you are writing a proposal or you are submitting a proposal. So he will try to see rationale of the projects. What is the rationale of the projects? Is it likely to solve a priority problem? So when I'm talking about electric vehicle, yeah, electric vehicle is going to solve a priority problem of what? CO2 emissions. Okay, there is a shortage of the gases and petrol, diesels. So this is going to solve a priority problem. So yeah, it is seeing rationale of the projects. Possible impact, it will check that if you are doing a research, is it likely a result in patent or commercial product or some clinical protocol or some public health policy you are going to create. So what impact it can create it, if your proposal are not written which shows that it has a good impact, your proposal will not be shortlisted. Then third, they see methodology. So are study methods appropriate to achieve the objectives? So when you write objectives, and methodology, it sees that, okay, you have a capability because you have made a underline everything. You have made a thorough study that how these objectives will be made. So this is your methodology. Then they will see implementation strategy. Is this study feasible in a timely manner? Suppose I am saying that I will go to a moon, I am writing a proposal, and that going to a moon cannot be supported by me, my studies or implementation strategy. So in that case, I will not get a projects. Okay. Then they will see review of team strength and experience. So they will see how the team strengths are there. Team strength does not mean that the EV call has come and only the EV person, I am expert in EV, so I'll be getting a projects. So what I'll do, I'll try to catch different domain areas. So always have a good team, good experience, which are linked to the project's call or your project's applications. So these are the 5 things the reviewers see when they have a proposal of your proposals near them. Now, when you are trying to do your homework, there are many funding agencies. This is, I have written only 7, 8, but there are many more funding agencies. So go there, work it. Okay. And the serve name has come to ANRF, Anushandhan National Research Foundation. So this is your serve, and DST is there, and many more funding agencies are there. So takeaway, what is the takeaway? Target funding source that has interest in your organization, program, and your research areas. For example, some of the funding agencies, they give only to private institutions. Some of the funding agencies, they give only to government institutions. Some of the organizations, they funding agencies, they focus only on a particular research domain. So these are the areas where you can see and you can apply for a funding. So from the reviewer's mind, what a reviewer wants to see, the idea or the proposal is very interesting, innovative ideas that would contribute to the field. So after reading your proposals, he will try to see all these things, that it is very interesting, innovative ideas that would contribute to the field. So how it has to be interesting, innovative ideas, I'm here to tell you how to write a proposal. Then you have to give, he will see solid data showing that the approach has a promise. For example, I am saying that I am going to moon tomorrow, but I don't have a solid data proving that anyone has gone to a moon. So that solid data he wants to see that this approach has a promise. Then third is evidence that the PI is well qualified to do the research. Evidence that the PI is well qualified to do the research. So you have to give some evidence, evidence in terms of some capstone projects, evidence in terms of some conference paper, some patent file, or something you have done it in your classwork or lab work, है ना? That you have to give some evidence, and with that evidence only the reviewers will have a mind that okay, you can do a research, है ना? Then fourth is what? They want to see a very crisp, specific project's description with a research plan that is well thought out. So you have to give sufficient time to write. Don't write very descriptive. Don't write very boring. Okay. So finally, the reviewer sees that writing that is very clear and concise. Very clear and concise. Okay. I'll give you at the end of this session how a proposals are written. So I'll share you through the screen that how a proposal looks like from start from the scratch. Now we'll start steps towards research grants. Okay. So first is what? Title, then abstract, then rational, then research questions, methodology, analysis, schedule. So all these things we are going to discuss one by one with the help of example. Okay. So I'll just take 2 minutes break and then I'll continue. Okay, shall we start? Sound is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, going to the timeline that how much efforts you should give under each section. Okay. So title you should give 3 to 5% of your time. So suppose I say that you are trying to give 100 hours for writing a proposals. So you should give 3 to 5 hours of your time in writing a title because it is very short, but it is very crucial for attracting interest and accurately reflecting your projects. The reason behind it that the title is the ownership of your projects. For example, when we give our name to our child name, so we do a lot of thought studies that what can be meaning. Buaji tells that okay, you give this name, sister gives a different name, mother gives different name, and based on that, making a lot of thought process, you give a name of your child because the child is the honor of his himself. So you say that ki when I call my child by this name, that can be a very effective, very efficient. So that is why the similar case happens with a title. So it is very short, but you give this much time, 3 to 5 hours of time out of 100 hours into this. Then abstract, again, it is very important. This section should briefly summarize the entire proposal, including objectives, methods, and expected outcomes. The reason behind that, whenever you write a proposals, the proposals are not read thoroughly. The proposals, the title, abstract, aims and objectives, they are seen, and based on that, 70% of the papers are rejected. So if your abstracts are not clear, they are not going to read your entire proposal. So give more time on abstract. Then aim and objectives. This is also equally important. Okay, what is your objectives? What is your aim? Okay, so clearly define what you aim to achieve and specific objectives that will help you reach goal. So I'll give some different techniques how to write the title, abstract, aims and objective and methodology. So this slide gives you a brief that how much time you should focus on which topic. And these are the important topic or sections which are seen by the reviewer. Now coming to the title. So first step is the title. So your title should give a clear indication of your proposed research approach or a key questions. So it should give a clear indication that what is your proposed research area or what are the key questions you are going to handle, research questions you are handling. Okay. So ponder about the suitable title. Search, think, a lot of things you have to do it for a title. Title should be very clear and crisp. It should not be like a paper. When we are writing a research paper, we write a very fuzzy word so that the reviewer get confused and he accepts your papers. But in actual cases, what happens? Your title has to be very clear and crisp. Why? The reason is that title holds the ownership of your research proposal. Title holds the ownership of your research proposal. By most of the projects are thrown after looking into the title also, I am telling it. Because reviewer has no time to see your complete proposal. So he'll see the title. If title is very attractive, then he will go to the next part, objectives, or he will go to the abstract. If these are clear, then only he will try to scan your complete proposal. So I'll give some examples. Forward genetics based discovery of histoplasma virulence genes. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 words title. And these are the projects which has been accepted. Another example, designing of AC and DC net meters for the application of electric vehicles. Okay, so very simple. Electric vehicles is one of the buzzword. AC, DC net meters are the buzzword. So these are the examples. Example 3, daylight assisted smart lighting control for energy efficient building application. So what I'm trying to say, you see the 3 example here, and the 3 examples are very simple and very easy to understand. And from this example, the people can understand that what I'm trying to do it. Okay. Then coming to more about title. So what title has to be there? Indicate accurately the subjects and scope of the study. Okay. So what subjects you are going to take it and what you are intent to do it. What is the scope of this study? Avoid using abbreviation unless and until it is too much used. For example, here I have used AC and DC. So AC and DC are mostly used topic. So that is why you have to avoid abbreviation. Abbreviation gives you a hindrance to feel the ownership of the projects. Use words that create a positive impression and stimulate reader interest. For example, I'll in my child, I'll not write watermelon. I'll not give the name to my children something else. So I'll give a name of my child in such a way that it should create a positive impression and stimulate reader interest. Use current nomenclature from the field of study. So use only current nomenclature. Don't write high-fi words, which is very difficult to digest. Identify key variables, both dependent and independent. I'll give example, don't worry. So it should reveal how the research proposal will be organized. Okay. And finally, it should have 10 to 15 substantive words. It should not be more than 10 to 15 substantive word. Okay. If it is more than 10 to 15 substantive word, it means your proposal is lost. Nobody is going to read and nothing meaning will come out from your proposal outcome. So I'll take example, as I told you that the title should be 10 to 15 words. Okay. So it should have clarity and precision. Okay. Number one. Second, it has to be having a relevance. Okay. So in clarity and precision, clearly state what the project is about. Avoid jargon and ambiguous term. Don't write high-fi words and ambiguous words where the reviewer has to take dictionary and understand. Make it understandable to broad audience, not limited to the person who are doing research, including those who may not be expert in your field, because the reviewer cannot, if there is no any good chances that your reviewer will be having from your own area. So a broad audience, including those who may not be expert in your field. Okay. So number one, these are the tips which I'm trying to give you about the title. Second is it should have relevance. Highlight the core focus of the projects. Ensure it aligns with the funding agency's priorities and objectives. Okay. Then it should have some innovation. Yes. Any question?
ఇప్పుడు ఇంటిగ్రల్ ఒకటేసారి రాసాం అనుకో టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది.
I didn't get. Can you repeat? Can you repeat the question? Okay, maybe. Okay. So innovation. So indicate what is novel or unique about your projects. Okay, so you have to add innovation. Then fourth is scope and specificity. Okay, so what is the scope of the projects? Okay, and give a specific information that what you are trying to cover, what you are trying to do it. You give some keywords. So now you please note it down, these 5 things, and we'll have some homework, classwork now. So clarity and precision, number 1. Number 2, relevance. Third, innovation. Fourth, scope and specificity. And fifth is your keywords. Okay. Now going to example. So example is what? Enhancing electric vehicle efficiency through innovative AI-driven battery health estimation. This is my example of a title. Now I am going to understand whether it has a clarity and precision or not. So what this title is telling it, enhancing electric vehicle efficiency. I am enhancing the electric vehicle efficiency by innovative AI-driven battery health estimation. So if I am improving a battery health estimation, my electric vehicle efficiency will improve. So this is the target. So it is clearly states that the projects focus on electric vehicle efficiency and battery health estimation. So it has a clarity, and precision is what? I'm using battery health estimation. Then relevance. Electric vehicle technology is relevant nowadays. So that is why I'm using electric vehicle technology words. Innovation. So I'm doing AI driven. Okay. AI driven approach. So AI driven approach is innovation nowadays. Scope and specificity. So specific to battery health estimation and electric vehicle efficiency. Keywords. So there is electric vehicle is a good keyword. Efficiency is a keyword here. AI driven is a keyword. Battery health estimation is a keyword. So these are the different keywords है ना, which we can see. And I hope the example is of the title, which is linked, that it should all have 5 things. Now, coming to an abstract, this is also very important. And this abstract, whatever I'm giving suggestions, and this is also meant for a research paper. But the title which I have told, the title of a research paper and title of a research grant, both are different. Remember it. In research paper, your title can be some fuzzy word, some confusing word, some novelty, some new techniques, it can be longer. But in a research project, you write a title so that it can be understood by a broad category also, because broad view, if we see it, it should understandable to a layman's people also. Then coming to the abstract, step 2. So there is a proverb: if I don't get interested by the first page, the proposal is lost. Okay. So that is a very good proverb. If my first page is not good, the proposal is lost. So you write title and abstract generally in the first page. So if first page is not clear, nobody is going to care for your proposal. Your proposal is accepted or not. So be focused on the first page, and that is the abstract. Okay. A grant application is not science, it is the marketing of science. This is also a proverb. So when you try to make yourself a better, if you are you're writing a proposal in such a way that you are marketing yourself, then only your proposal will be accepted. Just like that, when we are going for a marriage party or some birthday party, we make our tie, belt, and everything very good. We put some scents and other things, and this creates a better picture of ourselves. So you are trying to sell yourself to the your friends and relatives that you are smart enough. Similar case you have to do here for writing a grant application. So grant application is a not science. Okay. If you put some more mathematics, the people will lost. You have to say that yes, you have an idea and you present your idea in a better way. So that is why it is called the marketing of science. Okay. So what your abstract should answer the question. So when you write an abstract, you should ask a question to yourself. What do you intend to do? Is this is answered in your abstract? Go ahead. Why is the work very important? If you are able to answer this question, why this work is important, go ahead. What has already been done? Okay. What has already been done? So that has also to be mentioned in the abstract. How are you going to do the work? So if the 4 questions answers you get it from your abstract, then you say that your abstract is very clear. Now, there are some ways how to make all these things. So your abstract should have a background, first 1 or 2 sentences. 1 or 2 sentences can be a problem. Then 1 or 2 sentences can be objectives. Then fourth can be your preliminary results if you have something. Okay. Then what is the strategy you are going to do? And last is your significance. So please note it down, these 6 things, because I am going to give you some classwork now. So first is your background. Second is your problem. Third is your objectives. Fourth is your preliminary results, if you have. And fifth is your strategy. And sixth is your significance. Okay. So I am going to give you a work. You are going to read. So what I am going to give you on the screen, that there is a example of an abstract. And the abstract is divided, this abstract is divided into background, problem, objectives, preliminary results, strategy, and significance. Now, what you are going to do in the chat box, you are going to give me that which line is or which color is what. Please go ahead. You have 5 minutes, and I want to see in your chat box reply to this. Please read and tell me.
Sir, can you please go to your previous slide?
Yes.
Right, thank you, sir. Sir, now next slide, sir. Yes, thank you, sir.
So can you please show the extract again?
Abstract is not visible.
No, sir.
Visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now visible, sir.
So I'm not able to see your chats. Yeah, good. So it seems that everyone is active. I need few more chats because so with this abstract and the abstract which you write in your proposal or in a research papers, you can just see the difference, है ना? So difference is what? कि we write anything, है ना? Anything without any meaning. So that is why we divided into 6 categories. So your abstract should have a background. So the first line, है ना, which is red line, global warming is arguably one of the most pressing concern of our time. So this is your background. Okay. Then this background is consist with a problem. So these two lines, blue lines, है ना, however, we lack an effective model to predict precisely how much the temperature will rise as a consequence of the increased level of CO2 and other factors. Okay. Another problem is that the width of this range is due to several uncertainties, है ना, in different elements of the climate models, including the variability in the sun's rate of energy output. Okay, so these are the problems which I am trying to define in this abstract. Okay, so to gain greater insight into the relationship between solar energy output and global temperature, we propose to launch the internationally led ABCD satellite in April 2018. So this is a objective. Okay, this is our objective. Okay, our aim is to collect for 2 years data on the solar diameter and shape oscillations and photospheric temperature and variation. So you can merge with a what's called either it is objective or you can make the aim of your abstract. We'll assess these data to model solar variability. Then lastly, our findings will dramatically advance our understanding of solar activity and its climate effect. So you see the difference, very short, है ना? And with this, the reviewer will have a mind that, okay, this abstract is very clear, crystal clear, and the PI or co-PI well knows about the problems, what is associated and what they are going to handle. Okay. So coming to the next part, है ना? Your rational, है ना? So this rational is 1 or 2 sentences, not it is a paragraph. Okay. So what is the project's rational? So a project's rational is an argument in favor of implementing the proposed projects. So why you should do these projects? So that argument you should add it. है ना? It gives a detailed explanation of why the projects is required in the area and hardly 2 to 3 sentences, not more than that. है ना? Okay, I'll give you some examples. है ना? So rationale of your research is the reason for conducting the study. Okay, rationale should answer the need for conducting the said research. It is very important part of any proposal as it justifies the significance and novelty of the study. When you say that why there is a reason for conducting this study, है ना? If you are giving a proper reason, है ना, and you are convincing the reviewer that this is the required research for this time, then I think they will give a happy in their mind and they will go ahead with this. Okay. So that is why it is also referred to as the justification of this study, what you are trying to do it. है ना? So this is again an example. I'll not tell you to read because we have many things to do. So this is example of rational. So here rational is written, and based on the rational, we are trying to write a specific aim. So I'll just make a quickly reading. This is a topic, maybe it is not of your interest. So I propose to compare the translational efficiency of ribosomes from unfertilized and fertilized eggs. So I'm going to make a translational efficiency. Okay. If ribosomes from these two sources differ in their efficiencies, I propose to determine whether egg ribosomes are capable of exchanging their proteins with those of the cell sap. है ना? If such exchanges are possible, I propose to determine whether such exchanges are affect translational efficiency. So this is about unfertilized egg. In unfertilized egg, there are very less protein, and in fertilized eggs, है ना, there are high number of proteins. So we wanted to understand why this unfertilized egg have lesser protein and why the fertilized egg have larger amount of protein. That study is the question, and that is why this is the rational example. You can take it. है ना? Then coming to objective, very important. You know that any proposal is written as objectives. So objective has to be again given a time. How much time you should give it? As I told you in the earlier, the objective should be given 10 to 15% of the time. 10 to 15% of the time. है ना? ठीक है ना? So I'll make you understand how to write a objectives, and after this you will be able to write a good objectives. है ना? So objectives are a very important part of a research proposal because they outline where the project is headed and what it will accomplish. कहाँ पे projects जा रहा है और what are the things we'll be able to get out of that projects. Okay. Then the second is developing objective can be little tricky. So take some time to consider them. Don't write, go to ChatGPT and put your objectives, है ना, and ChatGPT writes it. है ना? So when you are using a ChatGPT language, okay, and everyone after coming of ChatGPT, the Indian people have become very good in English. So that everyone knows it. So when you give time yourself without taking any help of the ChatGPT, writing part, that is a tricky part, and here you should give more time on that. So then work on wording them carefully so your reader understand your goals. Okay. With clear objective, your research proposal will be much stronger as compared to your competitor. So write a clear objective. है ना? I'll give some examples. Don't say measure the effect of radiation on living tissues. Instead, say determine what level of radiation is dangerous to living tissues. Just see the difference. Measure the effect of radiation on living tissues. है ना? But if I write determine what level of radiation is dangerous to living tissue, it will give more impact, है more knowledgeful, है more curiosity. Then example 2. Determine if sunlight is harmful is too vague. Instead, you write determine if prolonged sun exposure increases subject's risk of skin cancer. So this will give a lot of curiosity among the readers. Okay, you are doing something good. Okay, and you are trying to make a prolonged sun exposure which increases the risk of skin cancer. So these are the way you have to write it. है? So I'll give some example. First, you have to understand that when you are writing a proposal of less than 1 or 2 crores, your examples or your objective should not be more than three, not more than three. if you are writing beyond 2, 5, 7, 10 crores, your objective should not be more than 4. Na? Okay, number one. Number two is that when you write a objectives, you see that my objective number 1 is linked with objective 2 and objective 2 is linked with objective 3. Okay, so just I'll give you example. I am to design AC and DC net meter using international standards to serve level 2 and level 3 public chargers. Okay, one point. So here there is a net meter and here also there is a net meter. So I mean to say that this and these are interconnected. Okay. Now I have used a EV here. So here also there is a EV. So if you read line by line, you will find that the complete projects is understood by this objectives. So objectives are shorter, very easy to understand, very easy to align, very easy to connect, and that is the example which this is the example where I'm giving my own example where the projects has been accepted. Okay. Similarly, example 2, you just see all are interconnected. BMS is here, BMS is here. Okay, got a point? Then with SOH is there, SOH is there here. है ना? Okay. Similarly, to implement and validate the SOC estimation in real time for EV batteries. So these are your clear picture of the example of objectives. So objectives should be shorter, well connected. And after reading the three objectives or four objectives, the reviewer should understand what is your work is there. Don't give jargon words, don't give ambiguous word. Na? Give important words which should feel that you have written by your heart, you written by your ideas and other things. Okay. Don't take a help of ChatGPT, which will give you a very good words which reviewer will confused. So now we write aim and objectives. So I'll just give you some idea that what is the difference between aim and objectives. So aim means what? What you hope to achieve. Okay, aim is what? What you hope to achieve. Objective is what? The action you will take in order to achieve the aim. Okay, the objective is what? The action you will take in order to achieve the aim. Okay, your aim should be very specific and phrased. Okay, but research objectives are outline the specific steps that you will take to achieve your research aim. I'll give you example. So finally, what objective should be there? So objective should define what, why, who, when, how questions. Okay, so if these questions are answered in your objectives are very clear. Na? So I'll just give you examples. Na? So our goal is to improve health care of children. This is the aim. So this is very broad. But in objective, if you are writing it in a different way, our objective is to provide 10,000 children with vaccine. So you are giving a indication that how you are going to do and how many children you are going to take as a sample. So our objective is to provide 10,000 children with vaccines. Clear? Your aim is to investigate the relationship between tectonic plate movement and gravitational effect of the alignment of the major planet. Na? So here you are writing objectives that how you will extract from the non-historical records. Data sets will be extracted from astronomical tables. Okay, and data from historical and astronomical tables will be synthesized to do the study. So this is the objective. So I hope aims and objectives are clear to everyone. I'll again pause for 2 minutes for any questions. Then I'll move to next part. Okay. So let us go ahead to the next part, if no question. So again, I'll give one or two more examples. ठीक है ना? So just see these two examples, है ना? And it will give you a very clear that how you should write aim, and this will give you a very clear picture what is objectives, है ना? So to develop an AI enabled battery management system that ensures optimal performance and safety in electric vehicles. So you are trying to do what? AI enabled battery management system whose purpose is for optimal performance but electric vehicles. But this aim is not telling, okay, how you will be doing it. Okay, it is not action oriented. So if I just convert this into two, so to model battery degradation using ML, machine learning. So how I'll be doing it. Okay. So here you are going to question what, and here you are going to question how. Okay. It should be measurable. It should be very specific, and measurable states, steps to implement real-time SOC and SOH estimation, state of charge and state of health estimation. Then you are going to validate on real EV platform. You are going to validate on real EV platform. Okay. So I hope this sounds good and you understood the difference between aim and objectives. Take it? Okay. Now the next question is rational and novelty. These are confused terms, so you have to understand the difference. So in some proposal they ask about rational and novelty. So you have to write aim, objective, rational, novelty, how they are very different. है ना? So rational means justification or why the project is needed. Novelty means what is the unique or innovative aspect of the projects. So, rational current BMS lacks predictive capabilities, leading to inefficiencies and safety risk. Okay. Now, example novelty is what? The system uses explainable AI. What is explainable AI? Anyone knows explainable AI? AI is a black box, है ना? So when you understand which input is creating the output, है ना? And what are the effects of different input. So you are understanding the black box, that is called explainable AI. To clearly explain battery health, unlike traditional BMS, battery management systems. So these are the examples. Why I am taking electric vehicle BMS? Because my area of research is in electric vehicle and research. So that is why I am giving some examples. I hope you don't have any problem for this because I don't know what are your areas. Then another way to represent in your proposals, for example, this can be your objective one. So you are making a system diagram or some diagram, and here you are mentioning that this is my objective one. This is my objective two. This is my objective 3. Okay. And this is my objective 4. Okay. So this way you can plan to write the objectives if you have a diagram, so that the people will understand, the reviewer will understand that, okay, yes, you are doing this in a very right way. You have a confidence. So the reviewer will understand that you have a confidence. Then this is an example of methodology. So see how the methodology are written. Okay. So this methodology has a hardware setup, data acquisition, data pre-processing. So suppose I want to do it some work, I am defining into different chunks. And that one chunk, okay, this is one chunk, can be called to be a part of methodology. This is another part of the methodology. So this will give a confidence to the reviewer that yes, you are doing the work. Okay. So I'll discussing the methodology in details. Okay. So methodology is divided into different work packages. For example, this is the methodology. So I'll say that this is my hardware setup and assembling sensor is one of the work package. This is my another work package. This is my another work. So steps in a methodology can be called to be as a work packages. है ना? ठीक है ना? So this is the way you can do it. For example, assessing the impact of AI on electric vehicle battery life. This is an example of a project's title, है ना? I am going to study impact of AI on electric vehicle battery life. So if I am putting a AI, whether electric vehicle battery life will increase, so that we want to check it, है ना? So work package 1, I have divided. I'll do a literature review. Okay. So in this work package, you have to describe what you are going to do it, the task which you are going to do, deliverables which you will be getting from this work package, milestones, है ना? Okay. माने what are the time it will take it, है ना? Responsibility, है ना? So in this milestone, you can divide it. I'll first do this, I'll first do this, है ना? Responsibility, lead researcher, who will be leading it, है ना? So you can write the PI, co-PI or name of anything. Timeline, you will do months 1, 2. Resources, access to academic databases, है ना? So from these, you have to mention in your work package that these are the things. So see, when you write a proposal, take a time of 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and give that much time, then only you can think that your proposal will be accepted. Okay, otherwise you will write more proposals and the proposal will be rejected, and at last you will see that ki, no, my idea was not good, that is why the proposal is not accepted. So again you will go to a different idea, है ना, area. Research is a never ending process. So you take any example in a pain every day, thousands of people are doing a research, thousands of companies are doing a research, है ना? You take any of the material on this earth, है ना? And thousands people are trying the research. So research is a never ending process. You can understand the iPhone 16 was there, now 17 has come. This year 18 is going to come. Next year 19 will come. So every year there is some changes in the iPhone, है ना? So we have to do a research. We have to write it, है ना, in a proper way, and then only you will get a confidence in the reviewer's mind. Okay. Similarly, I have divided into work package 2, experimental design and setup, and similar thing whatever I have discussed, the similar things is mentioned over here. Okay. Coming to work package 3, data collection. So I am writing work package 4. Na? So data collection is different, data analysis is different. After collecting, I'll try to analyze it. Na? Okay. Then reporting and dissemination means what? I'm going to make these things, na? Okay, to this. So you can write like this. Na? You can also write work package 1.1 plug and play actuator model development. So you can draw a diagram and put it in this way. Okay, na? Then work package, you can give example of work package 1.2 sensor module. So this is the way, if you know, you write it, it means the reviewer will understand that you have know the steps of your work packages and so on. Suppose in a work package 4 example, user interface design is there. Here in the bracket you write Al Marifa University, if there is a university which is involved in this project. TIT, King Faisal, King Saud University, Max Bridge, and so on. So you can name it, है ना? Objective. What is the objective of this work package? What the deliverables you will be getting it? So you draw a diagram, है ना? This will give a confidence to the reviewer. So these are the various ways by which you can write and draw it, है ना? You can give a tabular format. So this is your work package 1.3, and it will be done by Al Marifa and TIT. What it will be doing and what will be the outcome. So all this way also you can add it in a tabular form after this. This will give a confidence to the reviewer. Okay. Then coming to another way, the work packages will help you to make your methodology very clear. So when your methodology is clear, that can be done with the help of a work package. Somewhere they say task, somewhere they say work packages. Okay. So if you align your objectives, so I say that this is my one work package. This objective is another work package, and a third objective is this, and so on. So you can divide your objectives into different work packages, and together is called to be a methodology. Okay. You can also draw a diagram and say that uh, this communication network will be done by is a work package 2, and it is done by this, and once it is done, it will go to work package 6, or it will go to work package 6 will give to work package 5. And this alignment, if you are making it, it will be very clear to you. Okay. Then coming to deliverables. Okay. So what deliverables means? What is the tangible outcome? What is the tangible outcome of your proposal? At the end, what it will be visible. Okay. So how you have to see that your deliverables has to be written? What tangible results will you deliver throughout and at the end of your projects? So this might include analysis, prototype, results of studies, research publication, PhD thesis, patent, and technology transfers. So this can be anything or a combination of this. Okay. So coming to example. So see here, your objective is different. है ना? Objective is what you are trying to do. But at the end of the projects, what tangible outcomes you will be there. So I have written a field deployable home automation system optimized for off-grid setups. So I'm going to deploy if my home automation system, which is will be in the field, है ना, for off-grid setups. Then the softwares which I'll be developing it for smartphone and desktops to provide access to the home automation system over the internet. So this will be visible at the end of the projects. There will be a model smart home for demonstration of the developed technology. Okay. And finally, publications, patent and technology transfers will be there. This is also one deliverables of the projects. Okay. So this is the way timeline is written. Next important is that timeline. So see how the beautifully the uh, task here, task 1.1, 1.2 is nothing but work packages. है ना? So work packages or task is written here. The PIs who are going to handle it, how I have divided into quarterly. So you can just see this is the beauty of the timeline. है ना? So how timeline is very important, and every this is also called Gantt chart. है ना? Timeline or Gantt chart is similar thing. So if it is asked Gantt chart, you write Gantt chart, or if it is timeline, you write timeline. So if you make a better presentation, your proposal will be in good shape. Now, can you read this, everyone? So have you read? So what is the moral of the story? Your reviewer is reading through the proposal, but she is left at the last moment. It is 6 a.m. on the day she is flying to Washington. She is sitting at the bus stop. It is raining. She has the flu, and she has got your proposal in front of her. So your writing should be able to persuade her that this is a great proposal even under those conditions. So you have to give focus more on the presentation, the quality, the write-up, so that even at the last moment, in 5 minutes, she cannot say that ki your proposal is bad, है ना? Even in those conditions, she should say that the proposal, this is a great proposal, and she should qualify the proposal. I hope everyone understood. And with this, now I'll open for a question and answer sessions. Organizers, I should get some more questions so that the things will be more clear.
If anyone has any questions, please go ahead. Okay. Since there are no further questions, I would now like to conclude today's session. Thank you very much,
Excuse me,
Professor
ma'am.
Mukesh Singh, sir. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I have a request to the sir that can he please share his one of the research proposal grant which he has already got, just for reference.
Okay, okay. Now I can share here, but I cannot share to your email. Okay. So if
Okay.
you wish, I can play here. है ना? Okay, just give me a time. I'm sharing.
Madam,
Just give me time. I'm trying to search where I have saved. In the meantime, you can ask a question if anyone has. So generally, I write a proposal in terms of, you can say that we write a proposal in LaTeX. So I'm sharing you the LaTeX. mm, uh, can you see? Can you see
Yes,
yes,
this
sir.
sir.
screen?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I'm sharing you. So this is the title, है ना? AI-driven ECG interpretation, and this is a consortium projects where many collaborative institutes were there: IIT Patna, IIT BHU, okay, IIT Ropar, NIT Jalandhar, Triple ITM, है ना? Manipur, and so on. So this is we write in a LaTeX, and it is shown in overleaf. So you can just see origin of the proposal, how we write, है ना? So very concise, है ना? These sentences are very small, small in length, and I'll just read one. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death in India, responsible for nearly 30% of all deaths. So I'm trying to give a curiosity that this project is very important. However, the country faces a critical shortage of trained specialists. Only one cardiologist serves every 1 lakh people, leaving rural areas with limited or no access to expert care. Okay, so these are the ways by which you have to create in the people's mind that this, so what this projects will do. Okay, state of the art review. So see how much time we have given the efforts by all the members. It has been reviewed importance of the proposed projects in terms of impact. So this was format. This was a format. Okay, what are the rule the other people will be doing it. Work plan methodology. See here. We have mentioned it. Okay, so how this 3.12 are these portion which the people will be doing it. Okay, then this is the methodology workflow, how the diagrams will be there. Clinical deployment pathway, phase one, phase two. So we have given a risk, that what can be the risk, how will be mitigating the risk. Okay, so this was a format. Then dissemination plan, how will disseminate this thing. So each and every details was given. How, and all are written in latex. Everything is written in latex. So the role of each persons. Okay, so how they will be doing it. These are our publications. Okay, relevant funded projects aligned with the proposed work. List of facilities available at the research. Okay, then current financial support. Then these are the things which we have mentioned here. So this project was around 17 crore. And so what I mean to say that the proposal has to be written in a very this way. If you want to see some more proposal, I'll show you some more. Uh, you can see this. Latex has a better presentation scheme. So this is another proposal. You can just see how we write it, how much effort we gave it, how the industries and academias are going to involve. Okay, these are the current work which we have shown. Okay, it does not mean that your work has to be in a paper format or patent format. Even you are doing a capstone projects, so see how it is presented, deliverables of each objectives. So objectives are mentioned. These are the timeline. Okay, expertise of each one. Okay, so how IIT Patna and IIT are linked. So this way you can plan it, okay, and list of key publication and so on. So I hope I have satisfied you, and
Thank you, sir.
now upon you to ask a question if any question is there.
Does anyone have any question? If there are no further questions, so I would now like to conclude today's session. Thank you very much, Professor Mukesh Singh sir, for delivering such an enlightening and engaging lecture. Your valuable insights, practical experience, and thoughtful discussions have greatly enriched our understanding of the topic. I'm confident that all the participants have benefited immensely from your expert guidance. We sincerely appreciate the time and efforts you have devoted to the session despite your busy schedule. On behalf of the organizing committee of ROTW 2026 and all the participants, I express our heartfelt gratitude to you. Once again, thank you very much, sir. We wish you good health, happiness, and continued success in all your futures. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, what about attendance, ma'am?
No,
Madam. Attendance.
no. Any attendance not need now.